Hello and welcome back to the final heat of our AI Only World Cup. I'm Ursa Ryan and I'm going to give you an Ursa Ryan promise that I will 100% remember all the rules consistently across all of these heats. Yeah. So first up in the final heat we have Arabia, who generally speaking can be quite sciencey, they can be quite war-y, good all-rounders really. Then we've got America, or however you Yanks pronounce that. What is the correct pronunciation of America? America? I'm not sure. Anyway, you guys do you. Teddy Roosevelt, very good on your own continent. Very strong civ generally in this game. America tends to do very well, so, you know, I'm quietly confident America will do well in this. Next we have the Cree, generally good at expanding, good at claiming territory. I think Poundmaker, if they get off to a good start, these guys, you know, the Cree can do well. Peter of Russia, my unashamedly unbiased favourite civ in the game. I really like Russia on Civ 6. The ability to land spam, the extra faith they get. I've said this before, I think Russia a really strong pick generally. And Cyrus of Persia, the I hate declaring war properly, I'm just going to completely surprise war everybody pick of the century. These guys are pretty good actually. The AI is very good at Cyrus in the sense that when they declare war, that extra movement can really deal with a lot of the AI's, how do we put this? Well, that's not even a word. Inadequacy, I guess, is what I'm looking for. The computer very much is a blunt instrument sometimes, but it marches a load of units up and just smashes them against walls. Getting that extra 2 movement means that Persia can do that very well. So I'm kind of, again, quietly confident that Persia would do well. Again, our favourite settler AI, Norway, settles on the right of the map. We're just very used to seeing that now, with actually a very even distribution of city-states around this map. Just having a quick look, it seems to be pretty evenly spread. Russia, up in the top right of the map, a lot of space for Russia to expand into, which is pretty good for them. Arabia, in the top of the map, immediately settling towards the Cree, and really just screwing around there with the Cree settler, who was, I think, about to settle very much where Mecca is settled now, so that's interesting. America, pretty much in the middle of the map, so interesting to see if America can hold itself well here, just sort of straight in the middle of the map. And we've also got Persia down in the bottom with a couple of city-states around it actually, so interesting to see who is going to declare war first and who is going to go after the city-states. We've got city-state corner up in the top left of the map, which is quite interesting. We've got Arabia already not only going after Geneva, which is an interesting one, but they've also got all 3 of their cities down super quickly and actually already causing rebellion in the Cree. That should be an interesting one. And we've also got Persia very, very quickly settling 3 cities down in a very, very sort of consolidated location. Now, which city-state will Persia go after first? That's the question. America going after Palinki? How do you pronounce that? Go on, Americans and sort of Central Americans. How would you pronounce that one? Palinki? That's kind of how I say it, which is almost entirely certain to be wrong. But that's interesting in the sense that America are taking that one very much away from Persia, and Persia are the closest people to that city-state. So I don't know if Persia are gonna be happy with that one. America settling up towards this sort of car crash up here, which is actually, the Cree have got to be a little bit careful of losing loyalty on that city over there. That's a tough one for them. Russia also getting 3 cities down, not settling towards the frozen north, which is an interesting one. Now, again, this is unfortunately, this heat is a bit like this. We've got the Cree and America, who are 2 different shades of dark blue, right next to each other. And we've also got Russia and Arabia, who are 2 different shades of yellow, right next to each other. This is going to be such a confusing game. Very early on, Arabia declaring war on Russia. Interestingly, before Arabia has dispatched Geneva, so that might be a little bit of a problem for them. It also means that Russia, yeah, I'd be intrigued to see if they continue getting their religion out. These lavas are really, really good at getting that religion out. If they can quickly sort of deal with this attack, although Novgorod is actually taking some damage now. What I was thinking is if they can get a religion out and put Defender of the Faith down, Russia is very strong. Actually, lots of civs getting 4 cities now, so we've got these guys over here. Russia have settled a 4th city. Arabia almost got Geneva, but they've also set a 4th city, Aleppo, towards Russia. America also settling New Orleans, very ably taking the middle of this map, which is quite an interesting one. Geneva does fall to Arabia, so Arabia quickly on 5. Interesting to see if they can hold out here. America and the Cree going to war. Now that's an interesting one. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. America have got archers already, which is going to be tough for the Kree. The Kree seemed like they were going after Hong Kong at this point, which, you know, is ambitious considering America is already sieging that city quite badly. Wow, this could be a strong play from America. If this counts as being on their continent as well, that's tough. But America have got to be careful they don't leave their flank exposed to Persia here. Really tough. Now, some of you eagle-eyed viewers might be wondering, there seems to be Arabia in this match. I swear, Arabia were already in a heat, Ryan. Yes, I might have just realised I've read Arabia off the Heat 6 sheet. And so imagine this is Gandhi, everybody. Imagine this is Gandhi. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. So the Kree almost losing this city to America, but they do take Hong Kong, so quickly expanding. This settler does very much appear to be a little bit bugged, or certainly the expansion from the Kree is very slow in this game so far. Cities falling everywhere. Oh, here we go, Geneva. So Russia took Geneva back, but then liberated it rather than keeping it, which is interesting. It gives Arabia another target, so Russia are going to be, yeah, a little bit stretched. In fact, actually, no, I've just realised Arabia did take Novgorod, so Russia already beginning to lose cities to Arabia, although they do have all of these warriors surrounding it, so they're probably going to get Novgorod back, I would suspect. So yeah, imagine that Arabia in this heat is Gandhi. Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't I gave you an Ursa Ryan promise that the heats would be set up fairly and accurately. Oh look, Auckland has gone to Russia. That's interesting. Persia very quietly getting on with its business, actually, avoiding major wars and going after city-states. So it looks like Armagh is the next target. They've already just taken Antananarivo, and they're also going after Brussels. So Persia ruthlessly going after the city-states. America seem to have given up taking Palanque down in the south as well. And, Novgorod falls to loyalty. That's an interesting one. Now, Russia are just going to run in and claim this very quickly, I'd imagine, but we shall see. Geneva also falls back to Arabia, although that's going to rebel in 2 turns as well, so Arabia nowhere near the level of loyalty to keep these settles, and Baghdad as well is going to rebel, and Mecca is rebelling as well, and Damascus. Oh my god, so Arabia maybe in a dark age here, not being able to keep loyalty on any of their cities. Somehow the Krees managed to keep this city on 0 health. That's pretty impressive. America just not bringing any melee troops in, which, you know, is definitely something we've seen the computer do before. Arabia, yeah, it has started losing all of these cities, and the problem is now Novgorod and Geneva are next to each other. They're going to give each other loyalty. This could be tough to win battle, but actually it looks like Russia have got this one covered, actually. Completely Novgorod surrounded. In fact, actually Novgorod's even going to give them a builder. It's almost like a little welcome gift for them. And whilst Russia has been having problems on this border, they have very sort of quietly been settling. And they've now got 7 cities, and they've just taken this one to 8 cities. So Russia, although they're being pushed here, they've managed to regather themselves, and actually they're doing pretty well. Now it's going to be interesting to see whether they can actually push into Arabian lands, because Arabia have a lot of troops. I mean, isn't this border gore and troop gore just horrible? Like yellow upon yellow. Ugh. Might start making rules about this sort of thing. Persia sieging, I should say, at Ursa, but America have run in and stolen it, which is interesting because they're no way in hell are America going to keep that. So very much just an out of spite take against Persia there. Baghdad also is lost, so Arabia now losing all of its cities, and also Mecca. I swear we've seen this before, Arabia, just capitulation. I knew we should have had Gandhi in the game. The one thing I will say about Arabia though, my god, they can put a standing army down. Now, if it's anything like the heat they were in before, that standing army will sit around for ages and will be out-teched very quickly because Arabia just don't seem to be able to tech up. But Russia, where are your troops, Russia? You just have... there's just nothing on the border. Novgorod is really going to struggle unless you start getting proper troops down. Those catapults are not going to be good. Even Norway has decided to go after Russia now. It's that bad. This is embarrassing for you, Russia. Really, come on. You're my favourite. Pick it up. America, where is this horseman horde going? I mean, that's something that Mongolia would be proud of. good on you, but where's that going? Oh, it looks like they're going after Hattusa, so they're going to try and claim it back, although the Persian immortals are on the way, and yeah, nothing's really going to be nothing's safe from the Persian immortals. Brussels also, oh, Russia and Arabia make peace. Now, you see, that is diplomatically very good from Russia and very poor from Arabia. Arabia just had, look at all these troops on the border with Russia. That's bad. I wouldn't be surprised if Russia had given up a lot of stuff for that, but that's interesting. Who are Arabia going to go after now? Because it looks like America, look, America is the one to be besieging Baghdad and is the one that's going to take it 3 turns until it rebels anyway. And then Mecca will probably fall to the Cree, so yeah, Arabia have got to move this army, which they've now got crossbows, so fairly up to date as well. They've got to move this army towards somebody now. Armagh quietly falls to the Cree as well. Now 4 turns, if Hattusa can survive 4 turns... Oh, well, scrap this, Persia and Cree are going to war, so Persia don't like the fact that Armagh was taken from them, they're going to try and take that one back. Interesting, because Cree is also going to war with America still at this point, so difficult to see the Cree surviving this for too long, unless something really changes quickly. America did take the city-state next to Persia though. They're not going to hold on to it because of loyalty. That in Boston is also struggling. But America very quietly but very capably, you know, amassing a huge empire in the middle of the map. So normally America are pretty good at sticking to their own continent, and they're very, very tough on their own continent. Yeah, Mecca. So Cree and Persia making peace very quickly, but Persia declares war on America. Persia have decided that the Cree are not the target for them. Now, from memory, yeah, here we go, so this city is going to fall very quickly, but from memory, America didn't have any troops on this border, and no, it still remains like that. So, can the Immortals take Cincinnati and Boston before America can survive? Because Persia have just taken Brussels. There are no more targets to their west. The only way is up, and unfortunately for America, that's them. Russia have taken out Norway. Rip Norway. You know what, it's fine. The semi-finals are coming up and Norway are going to get a good chance, so it's all good. Although actually, maybe I should make Norway. Do you reckon I should make Norway and Gandhi have a playoff? That would be fun. Arabia going to war with the Cree. I think the Cree and America are still at war. So, yeah, Arabia are going to try and take Mecca back. But yeah, what do you think? Norway and Gandhi, a bit of a playoff, like a one-on-one, just to see who gets through, because I didn't give Gandhi a chance, which feels a little bit unfair. What do you think? Armagh liberated. That's really interesting. Again, the computer's just really into liberating city-states at the moment. I don't entirely know why this is. We saw that a little bit in one of a previous heat with Australia, but you can kind of see that because Australia really enjoys liberating cities because of its old production bonus. But yeah, really odd this. Is the Australia liberation bug still going? Do you guys know this? Like, because there used to be a thing with Rise and Fall where Australia would take a city, like a city-state, or like the final city of a civ that's been eliminated and liberate it, get the bonus. But the city is completely surrounded and it will very quickly lose loyalty. So the city capitulates in like 5 turns, becomes a free state, and then Australia just attacks it again and liberates it, just continuously, you know, liberating it to the civ that's never going to be able to keep it, and then taking it over again when it becomes a free state. It's still a glitch in Rise and Fall, because it used to be that Australia, you could just pretty much play a game with them on 200% production for the whole thing. It was very overpowered. You know what, yeah, if that is still a bug, I might have to play an Australia game and have a bit of fun with that, because my god, that would be enough production to keep up even with deity AI, I think. Geneva again falling to Arabia. They're just desperate to hold Arabia. Geneva, Arabia is, but then Geneva's desperate not to be part of the Arabian Empire. Baghdad retaken by America. America desperate not to let that 3-state break away. And actually, this city now for the Cree is about to become a 3-state, which is really not going to help the Cree's war. The Cree are really looking like they're being pushed on a lot of different directions right now. They're not at war with Persia, to my knowledge, but Persia has got that city surrounded. Persia and America, this war, nothing's really happening. Persia really, they've kind of freed again, liberated that city-state down to the bottom of the map. Cincinnati and Boston look a little bit more fortified now. Crossbows will beat Immortals, to my knowledge. So yeah, they might have to push a little bit harder with this one, Persia. They've got knights. Knights would easily start to walk into American lands, but America very good at defending their lands. They've got to be tough to break America out.